For I am a churchamo and I a a bit different. I Wisemart Solicitors waha. I'm often trying for the slow start, but and that topic in here so we are going to try to cover the topic that we have for today. I believe you are well. Mr. Senator Bia no I oba na wa share link no. DJ KB ni top online review na senior money no we a free legal hour obitimi afre na obisa o question bia ope me church we biara watimi about line also DJ KB ni lawyer Francis wa ha nti ene de yen celebrate kra yen celebrate if you say we had a bit of an issue but and as I said it topic no. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, and also you can listen to us on our free mobile radio app that you can get from the Play Store or the App Store. Lawyer Mbacho, over to me, lower your set volume on your set number. You said me your feedback be Aye, me da see.
Yeah.
Me da see. Yo, enti lawyer ene we yen celebrate kra anti yen ko. Na se na de bia no no, me say eja in the legal field ho no, se bia update bi aba opese woni atifo echa ai ebre ho lawyer na fa mai ene edai. Esrewa.
Yo, me da see DJ KB. Inchia kese ekoma wo ene wetie for ena sena da yesi no. Wisemart Solicitors. Yasai Abba Biom our top online regarding illegal matters. Any of the field that you feel say ebeboa your community no. Yeah, they eba to ija. Yo, DJ KB inchia kese ekoma wo so ene wetie for ene hwefo our top online any of the platform say and then so oba de e acheyen ye ba be pensem regarding legal matters and our kama although time ne kono ihia say e was say ye de nneoma bi eto edwa without wasting time no you better share a couple of things immigration field and I say a war yen nyoma bebra you feel say ebeboa your community no and your immigration pay family and employment. I was last week your employment people were happy about that. Almost say that's the only thing behind immigration to not immigration pay there be. We also do employment, family, and that topic, if a family home, a child, the Children's Act, the best na your pension mu. Session be a friend of session 1717, council, a share council say, a could be a one in Pesua Swa, ohia moano, if we be child in need, and no. Session 17 no ebo council kokose ewose samoa no odema akola no ne family nti na ye be share da pensen money ahwe obligations council ne wa ewose odema you can say individual in terms of child in need under section 17 of the Children's Act 1989 no. But before then, my share a few updates, meaning what is going on in the world. I'll start it with what is going on currently. But before then, share update Abba, EU for essence, on my issue, EU a new guidance PR. Normally when we issue guidance now it goes for home office for no or more case workers, to follow that guidance in deciding any EU settlement scheme application. Into the new version here, version 22. But my main summarize changes are more make here.
Okay.
Or more about the guidance. No more say almost changes almost ba our guidance in saying the guidance has been updated to reflect changes to the immigration rules made in statement of changes HC 246 laid on 7 December 2023 and to the guidance on relevant EEA family permit cases on reasonable grounds for delay in making an application and on validity consideration. Because by now, we can say, oh, now say a free Brexit, a year for 3-4 years in there. Why are they still doing EA family permit? Because that's the reason why our money changes about our guidance to update what is going on. Because normally, say delay application because of exit of the Brexit, But Home Office, yeah, insurance, as long as we to me justify, as long as we to me reason why your application was delayed, and I say a faina unsaka bibi a friend no EUSS family permit, ultimate chair and ultimate making on time because almost set up a guideline say we hear such an application buy within 3 months now we say we hear application
Okay.
man bro so a year normal who say a delay you need to show the reason why abro so indeed that's what Omode new version 22 number published on 16th of January 2024 and now 17th and no year no release here Timishramo obi yes such an application it's either you know what you're doing because and yes sir omo no omo wo ekwan a omo hu say ade na a delay but yeah there yeah unless a lawyer will cause for read it is this kind of guidance, and that will let who answer and answer who delay with such an application, you know how to go about it. Fine, and know your first update, me feel say a T4 and Sabeka, ama aboa or more in case they are in that category.
Okay.
Yo, another one, and so a name yeah, Prime Minister, what he's going through as Sisi Amine Woka say, House of Commons. Yes, Sunak hasn't got a clue where the 4,000 migrants earmarked for Rwanda have gone. Mene Woka says Sisi, there are things going on in Parliament or more second reading under the Rwanda bill. Nti ama enra say because so Emma rebels are standing against the prime minister all because almost say dear prime minister pushing no enko baby all because court are making judgment. Adena prime minister will still insist to push the thing to parliament. And no anything koda. Emma Rwanda president Eba Ija Ebeka say or say Rwanda president has offered to repay millions of pounds that his country has received if Britain is unable to deport asylum seekers to the country. Mitiawa ni Paul Kagame aba Ija. Paul Kagame ni Rwanda president Oba Abontin abe make statement say fine when we say British force struggle say modern refugees asylum seekers ebeba ne kurom initial plan omaye na o say ono de ompa aba say and go through sikana UK aban British aban etuama no to establish deportation of asylum seekers e won ho no ɔmfa ho sɛ ɔde sika no ɛbɛma wɔn back
Wow.
saa na wɔɔka yo yɛnhwɛ sɛ na nneɛma esi kɔ definitely eduru deɛ den na wɔn ntumi afɔm ankɔ a wɔn nsa bɛka wɔn sika anaasɛ wɔn nsa ɛnka all because Richie Sunak pushi Rwanda bill no to the parliament say we go through amometimi a started deportation of asylum seekers to Rwanda. Nti yɛnhwɛ sɛsi a mene woka sɛ parliament a yɛbutubutubutu House of Commons pray a debate on that na yɛhwɛ deɛ ɛba akɔsi yo ɛna biom so UK visa application fees 2024 I think sɛ yɛabɔ ho dawura even IHS koraa sɛ ne kɔ so ɛno ɛyɛ apushi ɛna other applications be wohwɛ visit visa 6 months a cost through 15% from 100 to 115. Skilled worker visa and also cost through 15% from 625 to 719. And Ushema student visa 35% from 363 to 490. Graduate one is 35%. And 50% from 715 to 822. Spouse visa, entry clearance visa, and owner should take 20% from 1,538 to 1,846. IHS in buy and also should do 66%. Wow. From 624 to 1,035. So that tells you what is going on in the world. Indefinite leave to remain 20% from 2,404 to 2,885. Wow. That's 20%. Naturalization as a British citizen up to 20% from 1,250 to 1,500. Wow. So that's what is going on in immigration bits. And there are other couple of, but the sort of application now, so yeah, because the rate at which changes about immigration bit, Adichibia, that's why now they try to come out with a new thing, and all because the Prime Minister said no, I'm targeting the migrants to generate 2 to 3, 4 billion pounds to pay for public sector. Because this time I'm not going to switch to the taxpayer. There'll be enough is enough. Let's target the migrants with the application fees and IHSs, increment, That's the reason why debate be have done sorry, yes, increment be about statement of change. Yes. All because they want money from that immigrants, migrants, anywhere you're coming from, so by UK. That's why they are targeting you to pay for such amount of money. Yo, DJ KB, that's I think say updates me feel say about your community, and me de atuja.
Yo, me da say, lawyer, for that update. I think it's very, very important. Right, young call and topic no so, and topic no. Now, senior lawyer can say the duty to safeguard children in need and their families under the Children's Act 1989. Lawyer, media, just our church the duty to safeguard children in need and their families under the Children's Act. Lawyer, what is the Children's Act? And church the entire topic you would have.
Yo, DJ KB. Yeah, when we talk about the Children's Act now, emra efa nkola die mu ewo krom hanumo. All because to be frank, share ye UK emra na, and now said the charter from United Nations to protect the children. While we are signatory to the United Nations, the UK is part of it, even Ghana is part of it. We have to, and I say you have to protect the children wherever you find yourself in the country, or the country you said you are part of United Nations. Because Yeshema, anything that you do against the children, now the law takes it seriously. So they don't want you to jeopardize the child.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they always say they use the terminology, the welfare of the children is always at heart to the court, and thus likewise they're expecting the parents to also consider that. All because there are so many things what they are called ewo krom ha no mo UK ha umfa hundi totroto. I don't know, say some years back, what Ghana Nibia or Mani Bako
Yeah.
Idea no. I think so was serving the prison sentence. That tells you how the law is powerful. That tells you wow for say obano the moment I'll be work and you with the abuse. I bind ya the abani child benefit kakra no de bre no. Waje control also. Nti menye wadin say no wobɛbɔ ba no wayɛ ne deɛ ɔpɛ biara na wafa ho adi daa bi da aban no nya ba mu pɛ nsɛm na wakɔ feesi ɔbɛma social services for abam yɛbɛka ne sɛ a investigate wo na finally ɔmayɛ ɔmo recommendations no ɛna court ne bɛsom ɛde atwe waso. Into whatever na say be careful. Don't take it to be say me ba de me pen na me no. There be that. So yan share and yadishia ye ba be no. The duty to safeguard children in need and their families under the Children Act 1989.
Sure.
Ushema Section 17 of the Children Act 1989 imposes a general duty on local authorities to safeguard and promote the welfare of children in need in their area. Me a case years back regarding they suspect child trafficking. And mostly it was from Ghana. But the issue then is normally over to me the Oba Ama Airlines on funding Ghana na on funding free Ghana. But the airline has to make sure say you follow the protocols, you follow the requirements. And yes, who drew UK border force, they have the right to detain the child, find much about. Otherwise, they suspect something we call child trafficking. Inti hono, Mr. Moya yen shenin so. And so almost suspected that thing it creates a big issue. It can lead to criminal offense. Inti bibisa na we need to seek advice before we do that. And now say we seek advice before we can pursue what we want to pursue. So, Section 17 of the Children's Act, share local authorities say one safeguard and promote the welfare of children. We need in unknown locality. To fulfill this duty, Section 17 gives local authorities the power to provide support, one, including accommodation and financial subsistence to families with children in need, even if they have no recourse to public fund. Into Ushama, Children's Act is almost linked up with immigration as well. Many migrants, children living in families subject to this condition, the power under Section 17 can, in some circumstances, require a local authority to support a family as a whole and to promote the upbringing of the child within the family unit. Ushema, councils, boroughs, no. Under the Children's Act, akolabia owo umpesua so no ohia moa e wo se wo de manu ti wo hwema na omo try say omo be for accommodation or because akolani situation owo mu no and to me and meet say obia I was say we live as a normal person because they use the word overcrowding.
Okay.
And then back collab 4 or 5 it's not conducive. At that point in time, no, you have the right to file to the council say omuma accommodation because of the welfare of the children.
Okay.
Yeah. In Tushama, they apply to the council, and the council has to find ways and means in allocating them accommodation, all because of Section 17 of the Children's Act 1989.
Okay.
But the council has a duty. They do requirements, Chesa or in Krata Wukruma. But we were as a lawyer, and they told the beer we need Krata. Now, how is he going to fight for that? Fine. Oh, but na Nyamiadum Akolani immigration status here, British here. That's where you can fight for it.
Okay.
Now, would it be Akolani Nibi the Abisho? I want to can't say, oh, you gra. Unless there was exceptional circumstance. A car exceptional circumstance, a been saying, Eba Obani a disability.
Okay.
No, the council can consider. Council no crown to bet me up wow processing with immigration amount. To be or council now born many dance and immigration.
Right.
You know, I say which local authorities should be the family approach. When it comes such a situation, physical presence in the local authorities area is all that is needed to trigger the Section 17 duty. Who knows who approach council? No? Council need to baby when name situation a wo. Ti approach in the catcher and say me here more, me bani here more. Or more a department that deals with that. The family should approach the local authority with which the child has the greatest connection. The greatest connection may be a colonity.
Okay.
Or connection with or maybe a school, maybe a bar or woman. This could be the local authority where they live, one, or where the children go to school, and others. In some cases, a child might have a connection to more than one local authority, living in one area and go to school in another. Until you school, any baby out in the area.
Wow.
So in such cases, the family can approach either the local authority, any of the local authority, maybe a school and answer baby out. If the family is already receiving support from one local authority, they should approach that authority regardless of where they live.
Okay.
Until whereby a local authority now when you want support to force enough, you have the right to go back to such an authority, local authority, to ask for. Oliver asks for more. Yeah. Until over to me, I ask for more. Ebia, you support you financially. Accommodation wise, they don't support you, but you realize you and your child need accommodation. On that basis, local government can help you. And then London local authorities more in terms of accommodation, and yet enough. People tell you who approach any of them, they might put you outside London with other local authority.
Okay.
Until you tell us that cases, lawyer me per London, but you see me go outside. Or man, you be my outside. Minji and I menji. Because when I hear then one. Ebi wɔ hɔ a nka ɔmo nyɛ wo saa. Nti me feel say wogye a nka ɛbɛboa.
Yeah, I think so as well. Because lawyer say even say kra no
Yeah.
because of this cost of living stuff
Yes.
increase.
Yeah.
Outside London is far better, economics wise.
Yeah.
So nearby a
Yeah.
bit cheaper, ɛwɔ hɔnom ne ade nti. To be honest, we who apply we be sound say, Omoka say London is choked. You don't call outsider. Me, I think say I think the important thing is say be a hono benya juma. The kind of a juma way, ubenya be that area. Why? I don't think say it's a bad idea
Yes.
personally.
I support you 100%.
Hmm.
Yo, yeah, so I say, are the children in need? What the definition of in need? The definition of in need in the Children's Act is very broad. A child will be in need if he or she cannot achieve or maintain a reasonable standard of health or development. The child will also be in need if they are disabled. One thing I make about if who are disabled or with me approach cancer
Yeah.
child, that's it. Sir, Bibi wɔ now for say ebehia the support from the council, the local authority. You have to bring it out because men can say, oh, after all, hospital now me call operation near there, me ban call omo nim ti omo be file ama. With 3 year when your social worker be a obe pushy amount.
Okay.
But any the duty say we say we amount.
All right.
Wono na say utu anamon no support it with evidences and other things are full say or the Bebqua councillor because the council, the local authorities work hand in hand with the social services, social workers and that kind of thing. Inti social service or social worker no work worker just say push it. I'm behind you. If you need help from the council, go for it. You money are aware, then that's what it is. They will even because normally more assessment and the letter and report of the become akoma cancer no more
Wow.
cancer need to be so because I say the entire Rebecca say we are in need in saying ebia ultimately maintaining a reasonable standard of health or development in terms of our colony development, And now, sir, our colony is disabled.
Okay.
So that's where you bet me classify we say we child in need of support from the local authority. And in assessing that, it's not easy for them to come by, say, okay, you're G2, you have financial support. Because all children have needs that must be met by other people. But for the purposes of Section 1710 of the Children Act 1989, a child in need has needs that will not be properly met unless social services provide support.
Okay.
So you see, under the Section 1710 of the Children's Act, so as a child in need, it has to demonstrate that needs that will not be properly met unless social services provide such support.
Okay.
And they're just straightforward to say, I need it. No,
Okay.
it has to be the standard of social services in order for them to support you.
Wow.
Until normally, when it happens that way, you're more a year assessment on the child
Hmm.
and make a recommendation as well.
Wow. And there is therefore.
Intuition must say a child whose family does not have adequate accommodation or sufficient income to meet their essential living needs will almost certainly be in need.
Okay.
But how do you prove to the local authorities? Unless they have to assess you, your parents, and your situation
Okay.
by making recommendations to the local authorities.
Wow.
That's through their social services department. Mm?
Wow.
Yeah. Obi, what questions? Obey me out to whilst we continue on
Yeah. I think
educating.
for senior I can say question be about today's topic I'll be to me afre. The studio number is on your screen as always 0208 133 5876. That's 0208 133 5876. And I say wait me at tap or Facebook comment section ho na I will read na lawyer be ano amount. This is free legal hour. Thanks for joining. More medical ambassador na dia ne more medical na jemai. Mo nyina welcome kwakuadu ni omamaka nyina welcome. And I say what question be na enfa a topic no cry as long as say yeah, legal question and na enkrata same question bia no obetimi dia ba. Obetimi dia ba na lawyer be here normal. This is free legal hour. Say the be account no say upon there if you want lawyer you have to call them and book appointment for consultation which is not free in Tishana so. Yo lawyer yen twaso medas.
Yo, Medas, Sena DJ KB Akano. Oh, Bibia was topic no over to me. Ediaba na ya twaso. Yo, yan share a situation. I was say, are the adults excluded due to immigration status? Na omo assessment now. First thing, because I know say Rebecca said na say awofo no mainly omo na omehia asa support no. Yes, I am but awofo no behia asa support no, but Imran say although awofo no behia support no, nkola no na mainly ade no ejina wo mo so. Inti or say some adults are excluded from accessing support under Section 17 because of their immigration status.
Okay.
Because what they normally go ahead and say assessing say as long as a Children's Act 1989 now, assessing in Colano, they don't consider the parents as the main assessment. But indirectly, is a parent you are assessing.
Yeah.
So what would the make sure? But they do lawyers, we argue them out, say no. Fine, you first now we say assess it, but no, we see it to be say it's rather the parent, but not the akolano, the child, not. And I'm
yeah, of course.
If they try to exclude the parents now in some way, they are a bit harsh and biased on that.
Of course.
But we argue and normally fight for the parents based on that, more immigration demo. Because I say Schedule 3 exclusion. If a parent falls into one of the following categories, they are excluded from accessing support by Schedule 3 of the Nationality, Immigration and Asylum Act, unless the situation is so serious that a failure to provide support will breach human rights. So one will be be defended with human rights.
Yeah.
When the main country me say akola ne pe na wo ye na wa ignore nti wo pese papa ma me na papa ne fi akola ne ka akola ne ko ana mo be he no. That's what they are trying to say to us.
Yeah.
That's the reason why immigration rules now incorporate parent root application. Because these are the things that more adding you may be supporting the parents, in terms of immigration wise,
Okay.
Yeah, and I say, unless the situation is so serious that a failure to provide support will breach human rights. The excluded categories are granted refugee status by another EEA state. Who will be from another EEA state? Yeah, that's fine. We exclude you from that. Refused asylum seekers who have failed to cooperate with removal directions. People in the UK in breach of immigration laws except asylum seekers. This means present in the UK without right of abode or leave to enter or remain, not exempted from the need to have leave, example, diplomats, forces, personnel, and others. Yeah. Section 112 of the Children's Act exclusion, and also say a person who is seeking asylum and who is eligible for support under Section 95 of the Immigration and Asylum Act 1999 is excluded from accessing cash and accommodation from social services. Under Section 9122 of the Immigration and Asylum Act 1999. Because who seeking for Nyoma asylum they limit you. But also they provide you finances after they've assessed your asylum and go through. To the extent of even accommodation, yeah, the baby mom. Yeah, same day, yeah, same. In the say a person is likely to be eligible for Section 95 from the Home Office if they are destitute and have a pending asylum application or appeal, or they have been refused asylum but had children before their asylum claim was refused. So you see how the child involved, protected the parents,
Yeah. Very, very crucial.
Yes. In the area of this scenario, if they have a disabled child in their household, they may be able to access support under Section 17 for their care needs. However, they would not be able to access cash or accommodation. But I do have another law, no? A kikikoha na kikiaba. So the last statement I'm making, if they have a disabled child in their household, they may be able to access support under Section 17 of the Children's Act for their care needs.
Wow.
But I'll say, however, they will not be able to access cash or accommodation. How? Anyway, social workers do not always understand a person's immigration status and therefore may wrongly conclude that a person is subject to Schedule 3 or Section 112 exclusion. Because your assessment now, immigration, I say. In Tiesana, they will exclude the parents. You be your free. No more focus on only the child.
Wow.
Because they are using the Children Act 1989. They don't know much about immigration rules, immigration laws, and that. Because at times immigration rules, so we secure asylum in we are destitute. Home Office consider you by offering you a help. But the social services, sabi, say you free because you treat you under the Children's Act. You say you show immigration as well. And that's what it means. Sir, they don't consider your immigration status. They rather stick to only the child in need, and a more assessment. Into the next question is, are there any exceptions to this exclusion? If the family falls into one of the excluded categories, they may still be able to access Section 17 because of the immigration until Or say exception be wahanmo. You heard the exception, no?
Okay.
But they may still be able to access Section 17 support if failing to provide support, would breach a person's right under the ECHR or EU law. Okay. Because Human Rights Act and others, and not one day ebeshe. Was it where there are no alternative forms of support? The family is not able to leave the UK and the family is destitute. Failure to provide support may amount to inhuman or degrading treatment, contrary to Article 3 of the ECHR, or amount to an unjustified interference with their right to a private or family life, contrary to Article 8 of the European Convention of the Human Rights. Until who deny or more exception is you are stepping or you are treating them as inhuman or degrading the treatment. And now, sir, unjustified interference with their right to a private or family life. That's what, sir, we a social worker, no one for a colony, mammy, and nanny papa and come exception now, mammy and papa, no one, and no need. Obey me, taking the matter up to the court.
Okay.
Because you are infringing on my right to a family life or private life. I have a family life with my child. You are ignoring me, concentrating on the child alone. There be that. Under the Children's Act, it doesn't allow that. I say, can the local authority avoid breaching human rights by advising or assisting return to the country of origin? Local authorities play a very crucial role in immigration status. I say local authorities will consider whether any human rights breach could be avoided by returning the family to their country of origin. If they can discharge their duty in this way, long-term support would not be provided.
Wow.
The local authority will carry out a human rights assessment. You see? Which will look at whether there are any practical or legal barriers to the family's return. Any such barriers may mean that local authorities have to help a family in the long term. We have practical barriers. In some cases, the only barrier may be a practical obstacle, such as being unable to afford the airfare or not owning a passport. Other practical barriers could be where someone is in the late stages of pregnancy or has a serious medical condition that prevents travel. And that's how more assessment makers are okay. If this is the case, the local authority could offer to provide support to meet the cost of return or provide support on a temporary basis while the family engages with a voluntary return program. In Tomoso one says a bit to me a de wa coffee deporting.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will share the legal barriers and also what do they have. Also, legal barriers could include where the family is waiting for the Home Office to make a decision on an application for leave to remain that is not hopeless or abusive based on human rights grounds, as in the case of Birmingham City Council versus Clell 2010, citation here EWCA CIV Civil 460. Similarly, where the family is appealing against an immigration decision and the appeal is not hopeless or abusive or proceeding with a judicial review, then there is also a legal barrier to return. Where there is a barrier to the family's return, the local authority would not be able to discharge its duty by advising or assessing the family to return to their country of origin. They will have to provide support.
Wow.
And the local authorities can obey good at the same time, obey bad.
I think I don't know say be lack sukakra woman and lawyer. Say
Yes, a fabebre no ebi wom.
Oko chia obi a ompe wasema ohu a na bofu. Say and whatever the person says, so could have, affect your chances.
So I know your man duty on for assess you. Yeah, in the event of assessment, and obey to me, I can say no, you don't qualify. The recommendation is a better, and you say a better in your favor or it's not in your favor. Yeah.
Wow.
We do session 17 no procedure. And I don't know, say we have how many more minutes?
Just about 3 minutes to go. I think say a bit twice.
Yes.
Next week. And
yeah.
Now, this year now, Wisemart for which other issues are more dealing with apart from immigration. No, dear Ben BM Sana Moyo Hojuma. Na Sabaya because in fact assembly in himself you are number one. Apart from immigration issues, no, what other Niemana Moyo Hojuma or Wisemart lawyer?
You made us say DJ KB. Apart from immigration, and then you can children's in need in UK Hanuma. And also no, it did more accounting under the children's family. You can say family law, because say be a and I say baby a one. Your man koye obani need help through obano muhi accommodation and say muhi support from the counselor. We can deal with it. We'll help you processing your application to the council about what you need. And so we deal with child arrangement orders. If relationship breakdown now, interceding name has to how in Colano Ishemuno Ebeba. Yeba Yehonoma, we can file for child arrangement order near times are Colano be available to either Papana or Mameno with the court help. We can do that as well. And then family employment. I think the last week we talked about employment as an update on what is coming up, 2024. Yeah. Who employment issues? Pia and also with me about behuyan. When Juma mofo say or more discriminate against you. Mofo say Juma na wo they say on entitlement. They underpaying you in terms of wages. In terms of salary, because I'm buying what the minimum living wage I would say Obia Enya based on age, we are above 21 at least coming April, cost through £11.44. Into all these things, so it's about £10.40 something. Into I would say unya sa rate now. Per hour anyway, to me abba the metro or company actually say they are underpaying you, so they have to do something about it because they are buying in did so. And employment issues when you discrimination issues and I say be 2% retire na settlement when in Oba we can sit you down, we go through, we negotiate. The word is negotiate on behalf of you with the employer. So Sikana you feel so with them and Tasu and I say you're below standard based on your experience and that kind of thing. They have to increase it a bit. Now hono negotiation betumi ayɛ no ne yɛayɛ ama wo. Ɛnyɛ employment pɛ wohwɛ Ghanaian customary law na ɛyɛ na home office ɔmo nte aseɛ koraa ɔmo de refuse all because at times or say na weyɛ ni say ade na wɔnyɛ ni say na nkwa wo de any different. But home office enka hu say under the case law of CB Brazil no say awaria corona free subana authorities agye atumu no it was said the whole world ejitum nti wontimi nka say wamfa we anye abra authorities di omo letter esi so aka kyerɛ sɛ awareɛ wei ya register awareɛ wei ya gye atum adenti na home office eba wo a wo say no home office kura to make a kyerɛ say even your sign signature no kura no onye adwuma wɔ register of marriages and death you know wa wo kro no no I want to be to me who eka kyerɛ wo saa deɛ na then that means sɛbe o documents now they ban indirectly or partial say documents in indimu. Yeah, that's what the home office episode catch you no.
Yeah.
Timishamu eya muma yeni and honomo when it comes to such things because ma yenye ya agin say home office doesn't go and do research on that. And no ya normally ye fire agin ainsi so. Because the man when is home office are setting up document check department. The moment they be call they give it to them, they run through their system. They just say, "Oh my God, will be a yes adjumano."
Right.
Inti man ya wajin say what the documents because home office so we the omun ko check. Mr. Mo, ena ye nim the home office etimi basis of refusal omudiaba.
Wow.
Yeah. Yo, and no kwa a housing law, landlord tenant relationship, benefits are who pay binia there, the way to me about your bedroom home so and nina civil litigation. Would any legal issues be out of prior home? You better say so. Your first said we should make a referral. You better referral amount.
Question be about last minute. It's about say was it say health and care for no woman to me for more dependence and maybe mana. Say yeah, can't want some last week. Him say be our NT last week. Do we lawyer about the top man?
Yeah, but my name call you playback.
Okay.
It was once that since December, I know I can't want some
right.
But anyway, let me and clarify that side. You know?
Okay.
And yes, a health and care won't mean for dependent in bar.
Okay.
The tier say what the bar it has to be regulated by CQC, which is Care Quality Commission.
Okay, yeah.
Inti the obey issue COS no license sponsor no. I was say that person has to be regulated by
CQC.
CQC. With that, nobody me do dependent about. Why?
Okay. Your nipa question obey me. I'll go back to our previous 3 weeks episode no obey me apo lawyer church ni nyina mu nti call back obey me those things no. Right, lawyer nyame pa na nyame adoma next week you beto aso na ya try to meet me with this topic. Nti me de mo contact ne to be so nti nyame lawyer nyame adoma next week.
Yo,
You near bye bye. Nti for one more contact Wisemart for contact is on your screen at the moment. I call there's unit 8 the print house 18 to 22 Ashrin Street Dalston London Echo 8 3 Delta Lima Oko no obetimi and obetimi afre omo number is so office number is on your screen 0208 016 538. I hope that is correct. Or you bet me a friend lawyer Francis 07946 772 439. That is 07946 772 439. Lawyer Francis number no, and I say emergency number 07931 411 042. That is 07931 411 042. With me after more these numbers no so. Now before say you baby no you bet Wisemart for and crowd 2 week if you omo akachi omo church omo enema nyuma hodwa omo ye Wisemart wo mo fanche Wisemart for advert producer. Okay, you benya Wisemart for advert no. All right. For more Ghanaian content in the UK and around the world, tune in to Top Online Radio UK. We bring you news, views, interviews, and what have you. Download our free mobile radio app from the App Store and the Play Store. Just search for Top Online Radio.
So what's na hache? Ombe bua ma wonsa ka won krata. Na se wedi edron so a eyo mo kokokra. Eba ni nipa sitena mu eni adwuma mu nsem bia. Omo di mu akotene pa. Omo wo mre di mani pa bia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For inquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07946 772 439. Call our 24/7 line on 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchiniye ebidi de biye.
For more Ghanaian content in the UK and around the world, tune in to Top Online Radio UK. We bring you news, views, interviews, and what have you. Download our free mobile radio app from the App Store and the Play Store. Just search for Top Online Radio UK. We stream live on Facebook and YouTube. For all enquiries, advertisements, or to work with us, contact us on 0044 7902 944 398. Top Online Radio UK, the top Ghanaian station in the UK.
Ghana for wa butche ha ya say dene enya emranimfo a won akwadare wo emranimu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom mumyemfa yi immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo. Wisemart Solicitors. Wisemart Solicitors emranimu akuku drofo. So what's na hache? Ombe bua ma wonsa ka won krata. Na se wedi edron so a eyo mo kokokra. Eba ni nipa sitena mu eni adwuma mu nsem bia. Omo di mu akotene pa. Omo wo mre di mani pa bia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For enquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07946 772 439. Call our 24/7 line on 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. I ni fuchiniye ebidi de biye.
who is going to do my account and tax returns for me, cry?
Certified accountant. Certified accountant. Certified accountant.
They will help you with your account and tax returns.
Are you a minicab driver, hairdresser, shop owner, or self-employed? Certified accountant. And I was working with Japan. And then we say when you will be a bring accounts and tax returns more. Now bansa so more. Now who you actually? It didn't make a certified accountant at the Yamawo. F accounts and tax returns, company accounts, bookkeeping, payroll services, charity accounts, and gift aid claim. As of for what 20 open interest certified accountants, self tax planning, business advice, company registration, and many more. And teach you what you're company what you kasa. Now what the hotel bebro, what is the capudo bebro no bushia. Certified accountant. Say a better transfer from the dia. What 20 construction workers, agency workers, relief security workers, bank nursing staff, and then one we are our temporary workplaces in our friend. No one is a capudo mama. But the other crowd say HMRC4 at the cabra work. What you move out a trim and yes as well. What is so cry?
Address 335 to 351 Raynham Road South, Dagenham, RM10 8QR.
Telephone 0208 226 4933. Mobile 079 568 045 17. Certified accountant. Mehuma mehua chame. Mudim puntio abba meduma.